Chris Brown, your real estate professional and marketing entrepreneur. We are trying a couple of new things today. So with today, we are going to be doing a couple of lives, posting in a couple of different platforms. But for today's state of the real estate market, we are talking about how to buy a HUD home in 2021. And this year is almost over with. So you guys, if you haven't already, be sure to like and to subscribe to the YouTube channel. This is a channel not only do we talk about buying, selling, and investing in real estate, but we also talk about building generational wealth, as well as different entrepreneurship activities that are going on. Big shout out to a private group that I have with real estate gold diggers, as well as testing out the IG live on the @ChrisBrownRE Pro handle. So appreciate everybody tuning in. But like I said, today's episode is about how to buy a HUD home in 2021. So for those who aren't familiar with me, don't know a lot about me, my real estate career actually started in about 2004. So I've actually seen a crash, participated in a crash, and licked my wounds from a crash, real estate crash, and also have experienced the crazy seller's market that we're actually going through at this time. But for those, I am from Buffalo and went to high school there in St. Petersburg, went to school in Michigan, and then left there and then came back to Florida to enjoy the real estate life. So that's enough about me, but let's go ahead and dive right on into today's topic. So what is HUD? So HUD, which stands for Housing and Urban Development, it is a government entity or agency that provides housing needs for your local communities. A lot of people may ask, what's the purpose of buying a home through HUD? Well, tune in and we'll definitely make sure that you are aware of all of that as we get through this particular presentation. So we have where to find HUD homes. So if you want to find a HUD home, basically what you would want to do, there are a couple of resources for finding HUD homes. HUD homes, the number one resource, and I say this just because there's a lot of things getting updated. People have questions about inventory, and the number one resource I would say is the HUDHomestore.com website. By doing that, by going to this particular website, you're going to get different information on homes that are available not only in your local market, but other markets as well. So it's kind of like your typical search engine where you can actually find homes that may be available and you can inquire about it. Another resource is the MLS. If you have access to the MLS, a lot of times when people are marketing at these different properties, they're going to place it on the MLS. By placing it on the local multiple listing services, they will be able to attract more people. And that's what I think everyone agrees upon, that you'll attract more people once you place that property on the MLS. Also the internet. There's so many big websites that are out there that also help market these properties. They get a hold of the information and they put it out there to their database. I know, for instance, when I'm listing these type of homes, those properties are actually transferred to your bigger websites like your Realtor.com, your Zillows, your Trulias, your Redfins. You'll find the properties on those websites as well, but it's primarily because they're pulling that information from the MLS, and then that information is actually coming from the HUDHomestore.com website. So FYI. All right, so with HUD, there are different programs. With HUD, there are three big programs that they have, one being the nonprofit organization and government entities. This is a way for HUD to work with different local organizations and government entities that are within your city. They do work with them to provide different housing needs. There's different things, there's different programs within those government entities and nonprofit organizations where they may help fund, especially with like during the pandemic. there's been different approved grants that have been provided, and they're being dispersed through some of these nonprofit and government entities, especially when it comes in regards to the housing needs. With that also being said, next up, you have the Good Neighbor Next Door. This is a program that is especially for our heroes that are out there. And those are our heroes, such as our firefighters, our teachers. There's programs that encourage those professionals to actually purchase homes in particular areas, communities, and it may be near their school, or it may not be near their school that they actually work for. So there are benefits by buying these type of homes in any market. Everyone's always asking, well, where are they at? Inventory is low all around, but going and purchasing a HUD home is actually another opportunity. So that's why I'm actually bringing this information up. So guys, be sure to pay attention. Another one, it's called the Dollar Home. So this is a true program where you're only paying $1 for a home. Now, how often does this happen? And I'll be realistic with you. It's definitely not probably happening anytime soon in the local market or this market right now. Reason being is because a lot of times, and it's not impossible, but a lot of times what happens is when homes are acquired through, say, a government entity or local governments, they may resell those properties, or they may purchase those properties for $1 from the HUDHomestore.com site, or from just that organization in itself. And with that being said, it may have a particular usage or some type of rhyme and reason. I've seen different scenarios with this. So I've actually spoken to a number of people that have gone through or been involved with that process. So it is a true program. All right. So another piece that I wanted to talk to you guys about is that if you haven't seen a HUD owned home recently, I will actually be showing during this presentation, I'll actually show you guys what some of these homes look like. And some of them may need a little bit of TLC, whereas they may need some cosmetic work, and then some may need some structural work. So with that being said, especially homes that may need a little bit of love to them, they have what's out there is called a renovation loans. And these type of loans are making it a lot easier for potential homeowners to actually purchase a home that may need a little bit of love, and then actually be able to finance the rehab of the actual property. Say, take for instance, so buying a home in its current condition and financing the repairs. We just mentioned that that's basically what a renovation loan is. It'll let you buy it in its current condition and then also finance the repairs that may be needed to the home. Why expanding your home buying options? Well, the primary reason why you want to know about this is because the market is, like we said, we know that there's not a lot of inventory. So you want to look at what options you may have available that are to you. A lot of homes that are resale right now, especially in my market, they're either superly high, priced very high, or there's no competition. You may be getting beat out by investors or iBuyers, as some people may call them. And I know in my market, it's happening a lot. Whereas a lot of these iBuyers, not Zillow anymore, because Zillow's not buying anymore, but a lot of iBuyers are buying heavy in my market. So it makes it a little bit of a challenge to actually compete with someone that has all cash and is offering above asking price for these homes. Why are they doing that? It's because they have a lot of money, and if they buy a bunch of homes, they actually will control the market. So keep in mind, it's not that they're like, well, why would they do such a dumb thing? No, that means if they're buying a lot of homes, if you're looking to buy, rent, or anything along those lines, you're going to have to go through one of those guys, especially with the inventory being so low. They can control the rental markets if they're using them as rentals, or if they're placing them for sale. If you plan on buying a home, then you're going to have to possibly purchase one of their homes if your typical resale home is not available. So that's why the HUD home is another option for you. All right, hard money lenders, FHA 203K. These are two types of renovation loans that are out there. A lot of people have heard of hard money loans, but a lot of people haven't heard of FHA 203K loans, which is a renovation loan. So typically, if you qualify for FHA financing, you'll qualify for a FHA 203K loan. There are different terms and so forth. There are terms that are a little bit different, but from a 30,000 foot view, the basic explanation is you purchase a home. If it needs some love, you can utilize this particular loan to actually finance the renovation of the property and still be able to move forward. Because if your home needs a new kitchen, if it needs a new roof, these are some of the things that you may be able to negotiate with the particular seller. If it's a HUD home, they're used to it because they've seen it a lot of times. So if that is the game plan, they're not scared of approving those type of loans. It does take a little bit longer because obviously repairs are needed in between, at least with the financing side. All right, so a lot of people, like I said, I've done this particular presentation before, and a lot of people are continuously asking me, how do I find these homes? How do I actually search for these homes? So what I've added to today's presentation is to make sure that you guys are able to view all of this information. So give me one moment here and we'll go ahead and get that set up for you. There you go, guys. So we are, just realized that information was not on. We'll do a repost of this actual presentation. So just FYI to those who are actually on board, do apologize about that. But let's get into this second side of things here. Let's see here. All right, guys. So if you can't see this, if you are on IG, like I said, this is just the first time just trying to testing things out because 2022 is going to be a different story for me. So just as an FYI, for those who are trying to buy these HUD homes that are out there, I know you can't see the presentation on IG, but let me see here. It looks like we got a guest. We may have a special guest here. Let me see. Let me see. Let me see. Did I do that correct? All right, all right. All right, bro, how you doing, buddy? All right, all right. Just trying to educate these people on a different option of buying HUD homes in today's market. You know, the inventory is short. So just want to make sure that they have an opportunity to see what's available. You know, the opportunity is about building generational wealth, or if it's something that you're looking to buy for your own self. So both ways, investment or even for someone that's looking to move into the home. So, but been paying attention to you, man. I like what you're doing over there. Like what you're doing. Yeah, we're gonna get it together. We're gonna get it together so we can definitely get some more followers and get some people understanding what's going on. Because it's about building generational wealth. This is a great opportunity, and people are just not aware of it. What you don't know is that's what's impacting us. People just don't know, and this information is out there. Information is out there. So definitely want to be able. Definitely. Which said. So what we got going on is buying HUD homes in 2021. So buying a HUD home, these are particular homes that are on the market that they encourage home ownership. This is a great way to either live in a home for next 30 years, or to be able to buy a home and start building generational wealth. So a lot of people are asking, how can they get a discounted home or a home that may need a little bit of love? This is a great resource. HUDHomestore.com is a great website to be able to check out. Also, for those who are investors, if the opportunity may present itself, inventory is low. I'll be realistic. Inventory is low right now. So usually it's first come for the homeowners, people who plan on living in the property. And then for those, if those properties last beyond the probation period, then it's open to investors. So both sides, a great opportunity depending upon the market and the type of home. So definitely for those.
It sounds like they go really quick. deal, right?
Yeah, and that's the thing. You know, when you see something that only need a little bit of lipstick, you know, people, and it's at a discounted price, people can see beyond that. You know, when you can see beyond that, you can be like, hey, I can have this painted, put in some new floors, and the house will be perfect. You know, that's what a lot of them may need. Some may need a little bit more, but for those who don't, that's a great opportunity. But it's just keeping an eye, just knowing that it's out there. And, you know, it's not the everyday process, but just knowing that it's there. And that's who the people who know that it's there, they're winning. They are winning. They are truly winning. So. Mm-hmm.
And I know, man, you've been doing those like years and finding massive success inside of them.
Yeah.
Like, just throw out one of your best flips, bro, and fixes in like short period of time. Talk to me.
The best one I would say, actually, my very first one, I got spoiled on the first one. I got spoiled on my first one, and I've repeated that process just because it's a process. You keep that system going, it's a process that you'll be able to follow. And what I was able to do was, basically, long story short, was able to purchase a home, went in, did some renovations to it, utilized that property as an investment property. And then with that particular home, I think there was able to use the equity. It was probably about 100,000 in equity that we were able to use to continue that process moving forward. So winning on the first one and just understanding the process, the long game and the whole process. And a lot of homeowners do this themselves. They'll purchase a home such as a HUD home, live in it for a few years. And then as they upgrade to the next level home, they use that equity from the home to be able to purchase and put down on the new home. So it's not really a big difference in their payments because they're using the equity to buy down the actual mortgage amount. So it's a great opportunity. It's a great opportunity. It's just really just understanding the process and having a process. You know, a lot of people just see the TV shows, but have to understand that, hey, it's more to it than just going to the hardware store and placing some paint on there. There's actually some numbers behind it. Mm-hmm.
Process, but I'm pretty sure that feeling, bro, when you finally get it done, I basically got to feel.
Oh yeah. Oh man, it's like, but it's so worth it, especially if you're purchasing a home, especially for yourself. You know, if you purchase a home for yourself, it's for you, your family, and you know that, hey, at the end of the day, if I follow this process, I'll be able to purchase a home that many people would probably look away from. I can make it, so basically turn a house into a home. I can make it the way I want to make it. I can put down the floors that I actually want, paint the walls the actual color that I would like to paint the walls, do the landscaping the way that I want to do the landscaping, and be able to know that once you move in it, you know, in a few years down the road, you're looking to upsize. So you may be, you know, in a 3-bedroom house, but, you know, the little ones are coming, you know, then now you're like, hey, I need a 4-bedroom house. And then now you can take the equity from that home, move on. And it's more than just about buying a home. It's about building generational wealth. And that's the piece that people don't actually realize. It's an investment. Buying a home is the largest investment for a lot of people. I say about 95%, you know, 95% people that are out there, their largest investment that they actually purchase is a house. You think about it. Who's buying multiple hundreds of thousands or $1 million homes? Those are the people that are doing that, but they're not buying $1 million cars on a regular basis, or if that's going to be their actual investment. You know, so this is your biggest investment. Understand how it works, understand what opportunities that are out there, and how you can continuously build generational wealth and pass it on. So definitely, bro. Definitely.
My actual brother.
Exactly.
For years, putting in work, killing the game. You know what I'm saying? So you definitely need to listen to him. And if y'all have studied my program, you already know it's a video in there we're going. And you'll see, you know, with Chris, and you'll see everything that he's speaking about and talking about as far as this information. So, you know, get with them. Definitely, bro. I just wanted to pull up because I'm like, yo, bro ain't live.
Yeah, exactly, man. I appreciate it. I appreciate it. Hey, we gonna do this a lot more 2022, man. We're gonna get this organized, get it together. So the videos for the course is done. So we done. We ready. We ready to plug and chug. We ready to plug and chug. So appreciate it. Appreciate it. All right, then. Take care. All right, guys. So let's go ahead and finish this up and wrap it up. So with the HUD homes, if you are watching the HUD homes, like I said, this is an investment. This is a great opportunity for those who are out there that is looking to buy a home. If you're renting an apartment, especially rental rates right now, whoo, I mean, for a 2-bedroom, at least in my market, for a 2-bedroom luxury style apartment, you're looking at $2,200, $2,400 a month for an apartment that you don't even own. You can own a house. So let's take a look at this here. So basically, how this process works, you're looking at homes that are throughout the United States. Like I said, if you guys can't actually see the actual presentation, I'm going to repost this so that you can see exactly what everybody else is seeing. So with that being said, it's a simple search. You set up, say, I want to look for properties that are in Florida. Now, a lot of people are moving to Florida, Texas, and California. Everybody's moving out there. Let's see what may be available in Hillsborough County. I know there was, no. Some of these properties may have been picked up. All right. So actually, just a county, Manatee County is part of Tampa Bay. This is a particular property that is available. It is 3 bedrooms, 2 baths, 2-car garage, 1796 square feet. Needs a little bit of love. It's a little dated. It has a fireplace, but it has all the bones. It has a kitchen. Kitchen is functional, but it's a little dated. These are all the things where you can basically make a house or home yourself. You can take a look at this. Let's look at this. So you guys can see the pictures going by this particular property. I know on IG you cannot see the pictures, but we're going to repost for you guys. We definitely will. A bathroom. I said this home was actually built in 85. When it was built in 85, I bet you it was the top type of property. It was top of its line when it came out because it does have some unique features to it. But this is a type of property that you can actually purchase. You can make an offer on it. There is a process. Make sure you're working with someone that is familiar with the HUD process because, one, they have to be certified, have some type of HUD certification through HUD. They have to be approved, HUD approved. So make sure that you are working with someone that is very knowledgeable in this process. So this is one of the tips and tricks that I like to share with people because a lot of people, when I'm listing these type of properties or making them for sale, people are always asking me, what's the condition of the property? Does the electrical work? Does the water work? The utilities work? Well, yes, this is a report. If you click on addendums and then you go to property condition report, this is a report that a lot of people are not aware of because the reason I know it is because they continuously ask me every time, like, hey, I want information about this particular property. Does this and that work? Now, with any property that you purchase, I always highly recommend that you have it inspected by an inspector that you hired. The reason I say that is because, like I said, buying a house is a large investment. So you want to make sure that property is actually inspected on your behalf. So as I'm looking at this at the same time, so this report, when they're doing these type of reports, it's not your typical full all out blown inspection. So what you want to do is typically like a general report is going to ask you if certain items are working. A lot of times these items are working when they inspect these properties, but I can guarantee you over a week or a couple of weeks of this property being on the market, some of these items are not working anymore. So if it has an HVAC system, electrical, if it has a stove, a range, It looks like it has no appliances. It looks like the electrical is working. Looks like the cooling system is working. And how they test it is they may plug up a generator to the actual property itself. So a generator, and then they do pressure test pass, and that's with the plumbing. So they do some type of pressure test to the plumbing just to make sure that they place pressure in, and then they see if it returns the same amount of pressure. So if it doesn't, that means that there's probably like an open valve or there's some type of leak because the air is leaking out. So this is a report that I encourage people to make sure that you're looking for. And this is available on the website. So you don't even need anybody to help you get this report. You just got to pull it up. You can pull it up yourself. So just as an FYI. So that is the general navigation of the HUD Home Store website. Like I said, this is the #1 website that is out there for the most up-to-date information about a HUD home. So make sure that you guys take a look at this. For those who are out there looking for opportunities of building generational wealth, or just purchasing a home for yourself. Like I said, when you're buying a home, it's an investment. So when I say building generational wealth, it means it's not for an investor, it's an investor mindset, but it's for those individuals who are trying to grow themselves. That's what home ownership is about. You're growing yourself as an individual, you're growing yourself as a family. And later on, if you live there for a few years or a number of years, you can pass that down to someone else that's in your family, to your kids, your siblings. That's what home ownership is all about. So I encourage people to understand the process, not only of just the HUD home, but just home ownership and the value that it has and what it does bring. All right. So with that being said, we're going to go ahead and squeeze out of this. All right, guys. So we're almost done with this presentation. I appreciate everybody hanging in there. Here we go. All right, guys. So for those who are here and have been paying attention, I greatly appreciate it once again. There we go. Like I said, this is State of the Real Estate Market. We come to you once a week, just giving you a nice little presentation in regards to not only just buying, selling, investing in real estate, but also about different opportunities that may be available out there for you as an entrepreneur, as an investor, as someone that's looking to build generational wealth. I appreciate you guys tuning in. Appreciate little brother stopping by on Instagram. He's the king of Instagram, so you can't get anything past him. So definitely appreciate him chiming in. Definitely appreciate the love on that. But with that being said, for those who are looking to connect with me, you can connect with me on my social media. I do have Instagram and Facebook. My typical handle is Chris Brown RE Pro. You can find me on there. If you guys have questions, feel free to reach out to me. You can visit my website. I do have a website. It's realestatewithchrisbrown.com. If you guys want to get more information about the HUD properties that are available out there. The market has low inventory, but you can find homes, and those homes are available at hudhomestore.com. But you guys take care. Great chatting with you guys today. And until next week, next presentation, we'll do a market update. So you guys take care.